Now joining me to discuss the human rights atrocities in Ukraine, Member of Parliament with Ukrainian President Zelenskyy's Servant of the People Party, Olga Vasylevska Smagliuk. Olga, thank you so much for joining us. Now, first off, officials in Moscow are denying the charges against them, arguing that civilians were executed after Russia's withdrawals. How do you respond?
We invite any people, any journalist to the Bucha. For example, it's the district I was elected as a people's deputy, and we kindly invite everybody to come and to see their eyes what was happened with people, with women who suffered and killed by Russian armed forces, by Kadyrov forces and Burat, representative of Russian army.
So many Russians are being fed the state propaganda, though, and don't know what's going on. What would you say to them?
Yeah, and I understand the situation with Russian propaganda and Russian television. They lie in every word is a lie. What I can say, I just we have pictures, we have victims' interviews about what was happened during the occupation of Russians. And it is terrible. Thousands of people are looking their relatives, and we exactly doesn't know what happened with them. One version, they were taken to the filtration camps to Belarus and Russia, and they are now, and we have no mind what happens with them there. Second version, part of people were fired by mobile crematoriums, which Russian took with them from Russia to our territory. And the third information is they were burned in mass graves. These mass graves, we are now having information in every small districts where people live. They have their own mass graves. And our armed forces now just go to these districts and see people fired in their cars, people who were killed by Russian bombs during the evacuation process. That is the situation. I have many videos I can provide you.
Right, so President Zelenskyy is actually coming under fire for comparing the atrocities, the atrocious events in Ukraine with the crimes of the Nazi regime. People are arguing that the comparison is wrong because while terrible, Russia's actions are not on the same level. Now, you yourself mentioned mobile crematoriums, so you disagree then?
I'm a Jewish, and I know exactly what which point the Second World War started. It started from the filtration camps, from ghettos, and the same ghettos were now Kadyrov forces didn't permit people to exit zones of conflict. Yes, it is. I hope it is far from concentration camps with the gas stations there. But nobody knows what is happened now with people who were taken. Thousands of people were taken to the filtration camps, and there is no connection with people. Nobody knows what is with them.
All right, well, particularly as a Ukrainian Jew, then, are you pleased with Israel's response? And what more maybe would you want Israel to do or to know?
I understand the internal and external situation with the security in Israel. I deeply know what is about Syrian and Iranian problem, and we highly appreciate any help that Israel provides now. But we ask for more help, more aid, and more specific position of Israel, not only deep concerns and condolences. We need more.
Now, Germany is reportedly going to get the Arrow 3 missile defense system from Israel, which Israel has denied from Ukraine because of Russian pressures in Syria, as you mentioned. What do you think of that?
Yes, we know and hear this position from Israeli authorities, but we think that Israel is on the hook now because of Syria, is in the hook of Russian Kremlin, and we understand that to avoid this hook will be hard. But we hope that humanity and the human position of Israel will win.
All right, Olga, thank you so much for joining us again today.
Thank you.
ILTV Plus, your news from Israel and more 24/7. Start your free trial today. Subscribe at iltv.tv and watch from any device.